Across Australia, scientists are still searching for animals that have vanished from ordinary view. Some are officially listed as extinct. Others survive in such small, remote populations that years can pass without a confirmed record. This is not a story about cryptids or unverified sightings. It is about serious conservation searches, where every feather, call, water sample and footprint must withstand scientific scrutiny. Proving that a species is gone is extraordinarily difficult. A failed survey only shows that researchers did not detect it at that place and time. Yet as carefully designed searches accumulate across suitable habitat, the chance of survival becomes smaller. Scientists therefore work with levels of evidence, confirmed records, credible but unverified reports, environmental DNA, historic specimens, and the growing weight of absence. The night parrot demonstrates why searches should not be abandoned too quickly. For most of the 20th century, it was known mainly from old museum skins and occasional dead birds. Living night parrots were finally confirmed in Western Queensland in 2013. Since then, researchers and traditional owners have detected additional populations, but the bird remains exceptionally difficult to study. Scientists are now searching for further night parrot populations across vast Spinifex country. Autonomous acoustic recorders listen through thousands of hours of darkness, while remote cameras and habitat surveys help verify promising sites. A 2024 survey on the Ngurupa Indigenous Protected Area detected the species at 17 of 31 monitored sites and estimated at least 50 birds. That success also reveals how much suitable country remains unsurveyed. In the rugged Shoalhaven catchment of New South Wales, fisheries scientists are searching for the Kangaroo River or Shoalhaven lineage of Macquarie perch. It differs genetically from inland populations and may ultimately be recognized as a separate species. It has not been confirmed in the river for roughly 2 decades, but inaccessible gorges and deep pools leave room for uncertainty. During a 4-day expedition reported in August 2025, researchers traveled by kayak through remote upper reaches, set nets, and collected water for environmental DNA testing. No trace was found. Importantly, the result did not prove extinction. New South Wales fisheries staff said they would review every past survey, identify geographic or seasonal gaps, consult traditional owners and local communities, and continue looking before reaching a final conclusion. The Bathurst grassland earless dragon belongs to one of Australia's most threatened reptile groups. These small dragons live in native temperate grasslands, where camouflage and low numbers make conventional surveys difficult. Researchers are expanding an unusual search method, specially trained conservation dogs that can detect the scent of earless dragons while handlers verify each find. In Victoria, detection dogs helped locate critically endangered grassland earless dragons after the species had gone unrecorded there for about 50 years. The Australian government reported in November 2025 that the next phase would expand the program to seek the Canberra, Monaro, and Bathurst species. Rediscovering one relative does not guarantee another survives, but it proves that an animal can persist below the threshold of ordinary surveys. Queensland's gastric brooding frogs were among the most extraordinary amphibians ever documented. Females swallowed fertilized eggs, temporarily shut down stomach acid, and later released fully formed froglets through the mouth. The southern species was last seen in 1981. The northern species disappeared after 1985. Both are now listed as extinct, with chytrid fungus strongly implicated in their decline. Scientists have nevertheless returned to former habitat. In 2021, an expedition used helicopters to reach remote streams in Youngella National Park, surveyed at night, and collected environmental DNA samples. The northern gastric brooding frog was not detected. Such expeditions are valuable even when they fail. They test the best remaining habitat improve survey methods, and make future claims easier to assess. The Christmas Island shrew is another species for which absence has become increasingly ominous. It is the only member of the shrew family native to Australia. The National Recovery Plan records no confirmed sighting since 1985, despite targeted surveys. Its status remains uncertain in formal recovery planning, but government assessments describe extinction as probable. Any surviving animals would likely be extremely rare and restricted. Searches for the shrew focus on remaining rainforest and places where small mammals might evade introduced predators. Camera traps are useful for many species, but a tiny, fast-moving shrew may pass beneath their detection zone. Trapping, track surveys, predator analysis, and credible community reports all matter. The challenge is to survey enough habitat, often enough, to distinguish genuine absence from a species that is simply difficult to detect. Modern searches no longer depend only on seeing or catching an animal. Environmental DNA can reveal microscopic traces left in water or soil. Acoustic recorders identify distinctive calls across entire seasons. Detection dogs cover habitat using scent. Thermal cameras and automated image recognition extend human observation into the night. Museum genetics can also show that an apparently familiar population is actually a separate, overlooked lineage. Rare species searches attract hopeful sightings, but hope cannot replace evidence. Distance, poor light, and memory can transform common animals into convincing mistakes. A rediscovery normally requires a photograph, recording, specimen, genetic sample, or several independent lines of evidence. That standard can feel frustrating, yet it protects conservation decisions from rumors and makes a genuine rediscovery far more powerful. The purpose of these searches is not merely to solve a mystery. If a remnant population is found, scientists need enough habitat, genetic diversity, and time to prevent a second disappearance. Waiting for absolute certainty can itself be dangerous. Protecting likely habitat, controlling invasive predators and disease, and working with traditional owners can preserve options while the evidence is still incomplete. Australia's missing species occupy an uncomfortable space between survival and extinction. The night parrot proves that rediscovery is possible. The kangaroo river perch, Bathurst grassland earless dragon, gastric brooding frogs, and Christmas Island shrew show why each claim must be tested with care. Somewhere in a remote gorge, grassland, rainforest, stream, or island forest, decisive evidence may still be waiting. Until it is found, the most honest scientific answer is neither certainty nor fantasy, but continued searching.